Sebastian Daily News. It is hot today. It's Sunday. 89 degrees right now. Partly cloudy skies. Tonight's low will be about 74. Now, we were expecting a lot of rain today. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that rain. We do have some clouds coming in from the north right now near the Grant area, Grant Malabar. These clouds will probably continue to either head east. It looks like the winds are blowing out of the east, so I don't think we're going to see any of this rain in Sebastian at this point. And tomorrow, the rain chance is it's already decreasing as well. So the way it looks right now, Monday and Tuesday look good. Barely any chance of rain. Highs near 93, lows near 74. So we're looking at a good couple of days coming before Wednesday. Wednesday, it looks like there might be some rain, but you know, in Sebastian, you just can't predict the rain. It's impossible, especially when we have the inlet out here, and when the winds blow through the inlet like they are right now from an eastern direction, it just blows the moisture away from us. That's why they say that we're in a cone in Sebastian, where it doesn't really rain a lot. We want to recognize Captain Hirams Resort and its president, Will Collins. As most people know, they've been shut down for a couple of days after 2 employees tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. They decided to shut down. What they did is they immediately reported it to the health department. Then they made a decision to shut down for a couple of weeks, and during that time they'd been deep cleaning the entire restaurant, hotel area. The whole resort basically is just going through a deep cleaning. Now, I spoke with them today, and they are trying to reopen early this coming week, but the president, Will Collins, will make another announcement on Monday. Listen, this shows that Captain Hirams cares about the public. They care about the community, and I just wanted to bring this up and say kudos to them, because we do have been told that other businesses in town did have some employees that tested positive, but it never really got out there reported wise. And I just think that when a business like Captain Hirams, which pretty much employs most jobs here in town, that they shut down 2 weeks to take this thing serious, I think that shows that they care about the public, they care about our locals, and you know, hats off to them. They're doing a great job. You know, this is coming during a time when a lot of employees, after they shut the bars back down, a lot of the employees had to find other jobs temporarily to make it through. So there's a lot of people out there hurting, and we just ask that you support Captain Hirams and the Blackfins Riverfront restaurant when they reopen. Listen, like I said, they employ the most jobs in our town, and it just shows how they care about the locals and the public, the safety of the public, by doing that shutdown. They didn't have to do it, but they did, and just kudos off to them. And I know I'll be definitely over there to support them. I think they're a great company. They've been a local establishment in our city for decades, and just something I feel that we should all support. We're going to be interviewing Jeff Bass of Graves Brothers. We're going to be answering a lot of questions that a lot of people have about the annexation. As you know, last year we had an election, and some of those politicians came out with some wrong information, misinformed the entire public about this whole annexation process. And we're going to get it clear, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. It boils down to this: do you want that property to be in Sebastian or the county or Fellsmere? That's what it's boiling down to. They're going to develop that land regardless of annexation. But if it's annexed within the city, the citizens have a voice, and the citizens will have a chance to say what should be built on that property. Already they're talking about affordable homes for the middle class, stuff like that. You know, how many jobs is this new area gonna provide. So there's a lot of misinformation. Some politicians said if we stop the annexation, it stops all growth around town. It's not going to stop the growth. Okay, Florida is growing. Every town is expanding. And some of your land, probably all of your land, if you have a home in Sebastian, it was once Graves Brothers. It was annexed over the years. They've been annexing land since the 1920s. So this is nothing new. This whole annexation was just blown out of proportion, and we're gonna interview Jeff Bass and just get down to the facts, and then leave it up to you what you decide that you want as far as this annexation. Personally, I believe it benefits Sebastian. We get a tax roll. The same people that are going to be living out there are going to be driving down our roads, using our boat ramps, using our facilities, our resources. This is nothing new. Sebastian has been expanding for nearly 100 years now. And it wouldn't be what it is today without the Graves brothers. So they're really not an enemy, so to speak. So again, we're going to be, we'll publish an article here shortly and let everyone know when we're doing the interview, and we're going to get your questions answered about the annexation. The Sebastian City Council voted to keep the clay courts at the tennis courts there at Friendship Park. There was some fear that they were going to resurface it with asphalt and concrete, and a lot of the elderly people that play tennis, or just people with bad knees and bad joints, they say that the clay courts are so much better than the asphalt. So they did vote Wednesday. It is going to stay as a clay court, and they're just going to do a resurfacing on that. I got word that the recall group is doing great with signatures to recall Damian Gillums, Pamela Paris, and Charles Malty from public office. We'll have an update soon, but we're told they have large numbers. So we'll have an update on that soon. Hey, for more information, visit us at SebastianDaily.com. If things are happening in Sebastian, it is on SebastianDaily.com. You can also see the events that are going on in town, as well as if you want to subscribe to our newsletter. Just click on newsletter at the top, and we send out the news almost every day of what's going on, especially with the COVID-19 numbers. We update that every day, along with some other stories. All right, let's talk about the coronavirus. This is big news. Florida broke a new record Saturday with over 15,000 cases. That's a lot of cases. But however, there were 143,000 people tested. So there'll be more tests coming, as basically more tests, more cases. 143,000 people yesterday were tested. That's a lot of people. So I just want to remind everyone, when you hear that loud number of 15,000 cases on Saturday, also know that 143,000 were tested. The number of deaths continue to remain low, and but we're being told from Indian River County hospitals and Brevard County hospitals, the number of hospitalizations is going up. So we have to keep that in mind too. I mean, it's good news that the number of hospitalizations, the number of deaths are low, but we're a little concerned about the number of hospitalizations. Well, let's take a look at this, the local cases. Sebastian now has 118 cases. Fellsmere has 249. Everything all right? Palm Bay has 683 cases. Malabar has 21 cases. Grant has 14 cases. Barefoot Bay and Mico have 9 cases. Wabasso has 3 cases. And Vero Beach has 753 cases. I was just looking at the people that are working with me here, and I thought it was about to rain. So we're making sure it doesn't rain on us. It's just that one cloud that's hovering over Mico right now that's heading down to Sebastian. So it's just a light cloud, just a little bit of a sprinkle. Over 1,200 cases in Indian River County, 20 deaths, 91 people in the hospital. Brevard County, 3,400 cases, 29 deaths. and 202 hospitalizations. In Florida, almost 283,000 cases, 4,300 deaths, and about 7,500 people are currently in the hospital in Florida. Those that have tested negative have been 2.3 million in Florida. That's a large number. So listen, there's no need to panic over these numbers. They are very high, but let's look at the number of deaths. We're being told that most people in their 20s and 30s right now, that's the big gap. They're getting tested and they're testing positive. Again, most people who are testing positive are 20 to 30 in their 20s and 30s. So it's a younger generation that's now coming down with the COVID-19. If you want to help prevent another possible lockdown, please wear a mask when you're in stores. Even if you don't agree with it, just wear it. Wash your hands regularly and social distance. This will help stop the spread of COVID-19. We went to the Roseland Publix today, and everyone was wearing a mask, and it was good to see that. Even people that don't agree with it, they're doing it because we have to. I mean, we got to get out of this pandemic. I mean, here it is, July, and we're hoping, some people say, oh, in November it'll go away because of the election. Listen, this virus doesn't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. It does not care. It will infect anyone and everyone, and it has around the world. So if it's infecting people around the world, this isn't just an American election problem. So listen, take care. Have a great Sunday. It's going to be a beautiful week ahead. We'll be back probably tomorrow. My name is Andy Hodges, coming to you live for Sebastian Daily.